green or sustainable building refers to a structure or process that is environmentally responsible and resource efficient throughout a building's life cycle, from design to construction, operation, maintenance, renovation, and eventually demolition. Green building brings together a vast array of practices to reduce and ultimately eliminate the impact of a building on the environment and human health. The state of Connecticut, in partnership with CL&P and the Connecticut Energy Efficiency Fund, are creating best practices in this area through strategic partnerships and through the selection of best-in-class companies located in Connecticut to drive the state's green building initiatives and energy conservation and cost savings through innovation. One such instance has taken place at the El Grasso Manor in Enfield, Connecticut in November of 2011. The El Grasso Manor is a residential public housing unit for elderly and disabled adults. Built in the late 70s and early 80s, the units received insufficient amounts of attic insulation, resulting in poor overall energy performance and diminished comfort levels for the occupants. In a project managed by the Community Renewal Team, or CRT, and the Enfield Housing Authorities, it was determined that the 20 individual units housed in 10 buildings would significantly benefit from a complete attic insulation upgrade that would bring these units to a higher level of comfort and efficiency than required by current building codes. Zerodraft Insulation LLC was awarded the contract to complete the upgrade, not only because they've spent many years establishing themselves as a best-in-class vendor for insulation work, but also for being innovators in developing processes that bring increased value to the project, speeding up completion times that in turn reduce impact on the residents, and providing savings to the project sponsors. It is traits like these that should set the benchmarks for the ongoing vendor selection criteria. Looking closer at this specific project will highlight these valuable vendor traits. Upon completion of site reviews, Zerodraft Management developed an expertly efficient 8-step process, enabling them to approach the project in a way that would maximize worker effectiveness, as well as keep multiple crews progressing in a leapfrog fashion that greatly expedited the upgrade and minimized impact on the residents. The first step in the process was to notify the occupants of these upgrades to ease any inconvenience that may occur. After notification and access to the units, started the preparation phase. Creating a process that segregated the living areas from the workspace allowed workers to conduct operations quickly and efficiently, without affecting or causing impact to the residents' homes and significantly reducing cleanup time. The extraction teams then began the removal of all eroded fiberglass insulation from the attic spaces. The key motive was to expose all penetrations and gaps in the building envelope. Air sealing all penetrations is a key step in creating a properly functioning building envelope. Zerodraft team members made sure all building penetrations were sealed and the attic venting systems were all in place. Once the entire attic structure is air sealed, Zerodraft technicians install a custom solution developed by the company to insulate the attic entry space, a historically difficult area to make energy efficient. With their years of experience and a passion for doing the job right, Zerodraft technicians created an attic dam system that fully insulated the attic entry door, as well as keeping any new insulation from entering into the living spaces when accessing the attic areas in the future. With the attic spaces prepared, cleaned, and properly air sealed, the space is then re-insulated with 14 inches of cellulose insulation that brings the attic floor to an R value of 49. The cost effectiveness of the blown insulation makes it a perfect solution for this space. Upon completion, crews remove all protective barriers and clean all spaces before moving on to their next respective steps in the process, leaving nearly a zero impact on the unit, and the entire process is able to be completed in a matter of hours instead of days. Zerodraft Insulation has shown creativity and innovation in creating and implementing solutions that extend the capabilities of the Connecticut Energy Efficiency Fund, as well as making life easier for all sponsor agencies and ultimately Connecticut residents and taxpayers. It is through continued and effective use of innovation, creative partnerships, and solutions that the full effectiveness of green building innovations and retrofits will be felt, creating a greener and more sustainable Connecticut for the future.